G'day everyone, and welcome to the start of another video. This video has us leaving Pooncarie Hollow. Once we've left there, we start to do a bit of camping along the Darling River. And our first stop is in Pooncarie. We go down along the Darling there and spend one night on the Darling, very nice there. And then we do a change of scenery. We actually leave New South Wales and go into Victoria between Wentworth and Mildura, and we spend one night on the river. And from there it's back onto the Darling. We go back into New South Wales and we have a couple of nights at the Caravan Park on the Darling there in Wentworth. And we have a good look around Wentworth. We go down and have a look where the River Murray and the Darling meet, and you can see the different colours in the waters there. But so much to see in Wentworth, so I hope you enjoy the video.
I'm Mick and this is Sally. Together we've been caravanning Australia since the 1980s, and more recently we started to put the videos together just to show you some of what we see out there. There's a lot to see in Australia, and we hope you enjoy what we have here to show you. You can follow us on our trips via the following social media platforms. Now leaving Pooncarie Hollow, we shared the roads with so many goats as we slowly mowed our way down to Pooncarie, and that was going to be our next stop. It was sealed bitumen road all the way from Pooncarie Hollow down to Pooncarie, and that made for a very easy travelling day.
G'day everyone, and we're at a free camp here at Pooncarie, and we were going to stay here for 2 nights, but probably only going to be one as it turns out. Not a lot of sunshine here for solar, and certainly a lot of big gum trees are going to fall down and perhaps land where we don't really want them to land, so probably only for one night.
As we now look across the water in the Darling River, we can see that unlike the Murray River, it's nowhere near as wide in the water from bank to bank. To add to that, the colour of the Darling River is totally different to that of the Murray River. This is more of a sandy orangey or a yellowy mustardy colour, where the Murray River is more of a cleaner water to look at. Quite a large camping area where we are at the moment, and it is a free camp here at Pooncarie, and to add to that, there are a couple of, or at least one other, donation camps on the other side of the town as you make your way down to the Darling. Unfortunately, when it comes to camping alongside any river, you've normally got these big gum trees, and plenty of them here, and not a lot of spots right along the water's edge that you can camp that doesn't have you under at least one big gum tree limb that might fall down, so for that reason we only did stay the one night. Pooncarie is a small town situated on the side of the Darling River, and we thought as we were leaving the next morning we'd take a drive down and have a look at the old wharf area. There is a lot of history to this wharf area, and to think that the depth of the Darling River here right on the bank was deep enough to allow the water vessels to come right up to the bank and unload and reload their cargo, whatever movements they did make, and not have to have any structure to do that. It was quite amazing. And the posts here that go down into the water, they've got the water level indicators on it if you look very carefully, just to indicate as the depth changes as it comes up the bank. As we only spent one night at Pooncarie, when we left the following morning, instead of going to Wentworth, which was the plan, we went down and we camped on the River Murray between Wentworth and Mildura. Very flat travelling and ideal goat country as we made our way down towards Wentworth. As we pulled up to the bridge here with the stoplights that was going to take us over the River Murray, it had us leaving New South Wales and making our way into Victoria. Once we'd completed crossing the River Murray on the bridge, there was a quick right-hand turn once we exited the bridge that was going to take us down to the campground.
G'day everyone, and we're at a campsite for tonight. It's on the River Murray. It's called Abbotsford's Bend Forest, if I've got that right. And we're near the boat ramp, so we're on the Murray tonight, and we go back to Wentworth tomorrow for 2 nights, and then we'll be back on the Darling again. But here for 1 night, Wentworth tomorrow.
Unlike the Darling River that we just came from, the water here from bank to bank was a lot wider, but for some reason the water wasn't as clear and clean as what we would normally expect from the River Murray. It was a nice, quiet and very peaceful campsite, this one. No one else with us. A couple of people did come down and launch their boats from the boat ramp whilst we were there, but that was during daylight hours, and certainly no issues once it came dark. It would have been a very pleasant day today out on the River Murray in a houseboat, just relaxing as you sail down the river. With less than 10 kilometres to travel the following morning that was going to take us from our current campsite into Wentworth to the Caravan Park, we were in no hurry at all to get going. Now crossing the Murray back on the bridge again, and we were soon in New South Wales and arriving in Wentworth. With so much time on our hand before we could check into the Caravan Park, we came down here, and this is a junction point where the Darling River joins up with the Murray River. With such a big lawned area, it's an ideal location for a family picnic. As the drone makes its way out over the water, you can see the difference in the colour of the 2 water streams. The stream on the right from the Darling River is much different to that on the left of the River Murray. Now as the drone flies upstream on both rivers, with the Darling River being very much narrower on the left hand side than what the much wider River Murray is on the right. There is a lookout tower down on the lawned area, and if you go up on the top of that tower, you can get a very good view, or elevated view, of the 2 different colours of the water. Since our last visit to Wentworth, they've built and established this new information centre, and that was officially open to the public on the 3rd of March 2025. And when you go inside, it certainly is very much larger and well set out when you compare it to the old information centre that was across the road. It definitely is well worth visiting, so if you're up that way, just go in and have a look. It's a must. There are plenty of advantage points around the town that you can have a look at the Darling River, and here was walking across the bridge that takes you over the Darling, and beautiful views from up there. Now looking and walking down onto the old Wentworth Wharf, and once down there you get a beautiful bird's eye view of the main bridge that we were on earlier on, and you can stand on the old wharf and watch the traffic as it makes its way over the Darling. More lawned area for that family day out or for the tourists to enjoy. It's a credit to the people of Wentworth in the way that everything's presented. The recent flooding that the River Murray and the Darling River went through no doubt would have had a few anxious moments for the people of Wentworth, but look at it now, doesn't it present well? As time was now getting around midday, it was that time of the day that we made our way down to the caravan park.
G'day everyone, and we've made it to the Wanderers Crossing River Retreat. It's a caravan park in Wentworth here. It's all new, only opened up late last year I think it was, they were telling me in the office, so we're here for 2 nights and then moving on after that.
The new caravan park is a far cry from what the caravan park was like when we were here last time. On our recent visit, which was some years ago now, they had power points hanging down, tied around gum trees and all sorts of crazy things, but everything has changed for the better. It's actually a very, very pretty caravan park to stop in. Located right on the banks of the Darling River. If you haven't got that riverfront caravan site, even one that we're on further back from the riverfront, you still get these beautiful water views. As the drone makes its way up above the caravan park looking down onto the lawns look a little bit worse for wear, but don't be put off by that. Elevated views always makes any lawn or paddock feed or green feed look a little bit worse than what it is, but it is a new caravan park, and I'm sure it must be very difficult to get lawns established when you've got vans coming in and parking on those sites that you're trying to get green. From the township of Wentworth, it's only a very short drive that will take you out past the airport and eventually bring you up here to the Perry Sandhills. The Perry Sandhills is a very small area, but in that small area you've got some very low sandhills, as well as that you've got some very high ones. As we walked around and drove around some of the sandhills, we could see that a popular game out here or sport might be sandboarding down the side of the big walls of the sandhill, but telling us that was happening was with all the cardboard that people had left out there once they'd finished mucking around. So if you're going to go out there and play in the sandhills with the cardboards or something like that, please take your rubbish home with you. There are some very steep sandhills out here, but like all cameras, unfortunately, the lens doesn't always show the steepness. We drove clockwise around the Perry Sandhills, and when we first arrived there, we were viewing the steeper of the steepest sandhills, and as we made our way around the back, that's where the lower, more flatter, easier to walk on sandhills were found. While we're in Wentworth, we made our way down to the picnic area that was going to take us to the iconic Junction Island. Now that's a viewing area where you can watch the waters as the water comes down the Darling and the River Murray, and the waters merge together to make their way down into South Australia. The picnic area here at the start of that walk's very nice. It's been done up very well, and once again, like so many other places in Wentworth, there was beautiful lawns to have barbecues and picnics, great for the family and the tourist. From that lawned area, it offers great views as you look out across the water of the River Murray. From the picnic area we crossed the bridge here that was going to take us over this small waterway, and we started to make our way down towards that junction where the two waters met. The walkway taking us down to the junction was all dirt, and as we do make our way down towards that junction, on the right hand side we walk out here and head back across towards the Darling River, and there you get a beautiful view of the caravan park. It was our fault, but we misread the sign, and we thought it was only the entire area was closed Monday to Friday, but it was a walkway that was closed Monday to Friday, and for us, the new viewing area that was being built down at the junction was closed 7 days a week. Unfortunately for us, we just never got there. So many locks on the River Murray, and this one is lock 10 that we're now at, and we just can't go past any lock without going in and having a look. It really blows my mind to walk around these locks and have a look at the flood level heights when the last flood was, and in this case it was in 2022, and when you see where the water level was as the arrow is pointing now, it just blows my mind to think that water can get so high. Not quite sure why. There are signs everywhere saying that no drones are to be flown in this immediate area, so I didn't put the drone up. The lock does come under the control of all the locks that run down through to the outlet on the Gulwa down in South Australia, so this is the only one I've seen a no drone area, but for that reason I couldn't put the drone up to show you what it looks like from up above.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Hope you've enjoyed what we've shown you, and in the next video we'll be moving back into Victoria and then on to South Australia. So until that video goes up, you take care and look after yourself.